Have you ever finished a portrait drawing and felt something's off, but you can't put your finger on it? Most likely you're falling into classic beginner drawing mistakes that can make your drawings feel stiff, awkward, and flat. In today's video, I'm sharing 7 portrait drawing beginner mistakes that you may be committing and show you how to avoid them and fix them. Even just correcting just one of these portrait drawing mistakes will turn your portraits from meh to seriously impressive. So let's get into it.
Adding details too soon. A mistake I see all the time from a lot of drawing beginners is jumping straight into the details, like detailing the eyes, the nose, and the mouth before establishing the head and its proportions. Think of drawing like a pyramid. Start with the big shapes and ideas first. Focus on the overall head shape, the tilt and spacing of the features before even thinking about the eyelashes or the nostrils. Start with the skull, jawline and general flow of the face. Once the foundation is solid, the details naturally fit and your portrait will feel believable. Drawing hairy lines, hesitant, scratchy lines, or what a lot of artists call hairy lines. This is another trap that you need to avoid. Repeated short strokes create a messy look and kill your confidence. Instead, practice confident, deliberate strokes. Think about those tapered lines throughout your drawing, going from soft pressure to hard pressure and vice versa. Ghost your lines first, hovering your pencil over the page, and drawing dots and connecting them in a smooth motion with your whole arm, not just from your wrist. It feels awkward at first, but this builds control and produces clean, polished lines that you can integrate into your portrait drawings. And stick around, because in a minute I'll show you a simple exercise that trains your arm for smooth, confident lines in under 5 minutes. Lacking basic structure. Every feature sits on the skull. Cheekbones, jaw angles, the brow. They all define the placement of the eyes, nose and mouth. Ignoring this leads to flat, stiff faces. Use the Andrew Loomis method. Start with a circle, add brow lines, jaw lines and the connecting planes. Build and sculpt the portrait from there. And if you don't know this Andrew Loomis method, click the video in the top right to see a full guide on drawing portraits from any angle. Even a light sketch of the skull underneath guides proportions, the placement and the shadows, giving your portrait drawings realism. And if these tips are helping, smash that like button and subscribe to the Portrait Guru for even more portrait tutorials and tips like this in the future. I really appreciate your support. Not rotating the paper. Some lines are impossible to draw comfortably if your wrist or arm is at an awkward angle. I naturally draw diagonal lines better from left to right. Forcing yourself hurts line quality. So make sure you rotate your paper so your hand and arm can move naturally. The lines become smoother, the curves more elegant, and your drawings will look and feel more comfortable. Outlining features heavily. Heavy outlines flatten the face. Eyes, lips and noses are 3-dimensional. The lips curve around the mouth and the nose has a bridge and a tip that casts subtle shadows. Suggest edges with shading, not thick lines. Many edges are soft. They're partially lost in shadows or blend into surrounding forms. Your portraits will instantly look more 3D and realistic when you rely on tones rather than outlines. Comment me below with what you find trickiest with portrait drawings. Not adding shadows. Skipping shadows, especially in the eyes, teeth, and around the nose, flattens your drawings. Eyes aren't just white circles. There's a shadow beneath the top lid, the roundness of the eyeball, and the eye socket itself. Teeth aren't flat either. They follow the curvature of the mouth and cast subtle shadows. Observe where shadows fall and build your values carefully. Highlights and midtones are important, but shadows give your portrait depth and life. Avoiding studying the masters. I say this time and time again on this channel, as I love drawing and studying from the masters. Trying to figure out everything out on your own can slow your progress. Studying great portrait artists is a shortcut to understand form, light, and expression. Look how they handle structure, shadows, and proportions. Studying their work for practice teaches techniques you may never have discovered otherwise. Even a few minutes per day studying the masters will dramatically improve your understanding of anatomy, shading, and capturing lightness. And I highly recommend this video to level up your drawing skill and take it to the next level.